Well, my friends, what we got here, we got fixed blade knife. Yes, we do. And it is designed by my buddy, Ivan Braginets of Ukraine. VG10 blade. Check this out. Of course, he did. This is Arkona. So this is kind of, oh, by the way, never mind. We'll talk about that. But this is Arkona is a brand that he has come up with. He's a collaborative thing going on here. And so this is the Nettle 2. Okay. This was the Nettle to begin with. And this was a front flipper folder knife, almost the exact same dimensions as the Nettle 2, except this is a folding knife and very fidget friendly. And it's a front flipper, if you haven't discovered that. And micarta scales here. Okay. So check my review on that. I did a review on that. This is so light and so drop shutty. It's amazing. Okay. And obviously, all you need is a screwdriver to disassemble it. Deep carry pocket clip, all that. Okay, so let's just saying, we have moved to the fixed blade version of this, and it's got a sheath, Kydex type sheath, with the Tech Lock operation on here. And you can unscrew these screws there, take it off, carry it just this sheath here if you want. And there's other things in the box we'll talk about. But this is a very lightweight knife. I'll insert a video of me taking this apart into this video, because I don't want to do it with these necessarily. I cut this finger and this finger, messing with a knife, checking the lock integrity, which was apparently I had my fingers in the wrong place and I disengaged the lock in 5 stitches, 6 stitches. So it'll be a while. It'll be a while before that's all back together. But yes, and it comes with a lanyard like this, and this is their crazy G10 pattern here, if you'll notice. And you can get it with like a black wash blade, etc. But it's VG10, and I think this one was K110. So this was more like a D2 at the time. Okay, yeah, K110. So a semi-stainless as opposed to the VG10, which is more corrosion resistant, and $49.99. The problem is, can't find any of these for sale in the US at a US retailer. So yes, AliExpress or DHgate, go on there, type in Arkona Nettle. I'll give you a link where you can find this for sale. So basically $50. And very lightweight, user-friendly, great design. Will it cut anything? Can I even manage that with this glove on? And let me see. Well, let's try and dig a piece of paper out. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, it's pretty sharp. I always like to test the fixed blades, especially to see what kind of an edge they have on them. But this has got a pretty good factory edge on it. So I like it overall because of the ergos. It's not a huge size. It's the same size as the folding version. Okay, so here it is, 3.5, 8.15 overall. Okay, which is 20.5 centimeters, but like 90 millimeter blade length, etc. And not too heavy. We'll put it on the scale, 13.7, 0.54 of an inch, 0.11 as far as inches, and that's 3 millimeter blade stock. So, throw you down over here. Ooh, fumbling around, not quite as nimble with my fingers. Hopefully they recover quickly. 98 grams. And 3.4546 ounces. So yeah, it is pretty light. It is pretty. Oh yeah, you might want to know, how does that change with the, so about 6.4 with the sheath. Sheath, easy to disengage there. No rattle, not having any problems there. There's a drain hole down here. You could lash it to your thigh there, or a pack, or whatever. You got a lot of different mounting options here. All right, so let's look at the box. Oh, and on the box, this is what it says. This is the Wasp Spider. That's this pattern on the G10 here. And, it's relatively grippy. It's decent. And, these are screws here. So you can disassemble it pretty easily. And here's the gig on it, right? Okay, this gives you the overall stuff. And that's what we were talking about before. And here we've got a couple of straps, and they look to be leather. Okay. And I think these are for belt carry. And these pins here in this box, didn't know what they were for when I opened this box, because there's no paperwork or anything to tell you what these little suckers are for. But they are individual little pieces that you can put inside the scales, because inside the scales there are extra holes where you can insert the pin and give it additional integrity and strength with the blade, because the blade goes back to here, and it's not a full tang. It doesn't go all the way back. Okay, so it goes where this and this have gone through it, but then those pins you can add for additional integrity. Comes in a decent little box, so we're good there. I mean, it's a $50 knife, so it's not very expensive, that's for sure. And like I was saying, let's try this. Yeah, reverse grip is nice as well. And yes, the lanyard was included, but lightweight, good looking knife. Let me see where my balance point is on it. Right there, not too shabby. Up here you have some jimping. And the tip doesn't look that delicate, although, this would be just an all-purpose knife to use. I mean, not really big bushcrafter or chopping or batoning or anything like that. This is more for lighter chores. Check out the G10. Interesting, isn't it? It looks all one piece with this Wasp Spider setup thing here. You go, where does that part? And it's not easy to see, is it? Kind of interesting from that aspect. So I was starting to take this apart, and I didn't have a towel down. I guess I probably need to get more of a true disassembly mat or something out here. And I've got some rubber mats. I just like the fact that this gives me a background I can see, because my other ones are black and things get lost when you're looking through the camera and you got a black background. So here's these screws, okay? And then, of course, if you're going to truly separate, then you're going to have to untie the lanyard and run that back through, but I'm not going to worry about that here. I'm just going to open it up, okay? So you see where you've got these two extra areas here? So you can insert those steel pins in here, and they'll go into these extra holes just for extra reinforcement. I guess that's what that's all about. Okay. Interesting. If they were, I don't know that would really be that necessary. I don't know how much extra, powered or, resistance to breakage and stuff that would actually offer. Good question. I don't know. But it's kind of interesting that they thought about doing that. Let me put these in here. Yeah. Let me push this through a little bit. That way it can sit down even while I screw that back on. But okay. The only thing is that, I was just staring at those pins, not figuring out what what they were for. I didn't figure it out intuitively, and they didn't put any explanation. And so I told him, I said, you might want to have just a little diagram or something there to let people know, because maybe not everybody's gonna, disassemble their fixed blade knife either. You know what I'm saying? So you got those steel pins, and you go, is this something to do with those leather straps in there, or what does it, have to do with? And there's no real instructions or diagram on the leather straps and how to do that pocket carry type thing, but I guess you could probably figure that out a little bit better than what those steel pins are for. But okay, it is what it is. Maybe I'm just not that quick on the uptake. We've got the Arkona Nettle 2, and you can get it instead of this crazy color, which I like, but you can get it in that green color as well. And then you can get a black wash blade if you want. So that's less reflective and maybe more suitable for what you would want as well. But also, check out the Nettle, the original Nettle folding knife if you're of a mind to do that. It's really inexpensive. It's micarta. You can get it in black as well and that kind of thing. But as a front flipper, it's really easy to use and straightforward ergo, super easy to disengage. And don't cut yourself, by the way. Do not cut yourself. My wife says if I cut this hand, that's it. She's just gonna dig a hole in the backyard and throw me in. So let's hope these heal up, and before this one goes another round. That's what you get when you play with knives all the time. You really need to pay attention. You guys, stay sharp.